Super smooth crawling mode. Today another Ford Bronco from MJX, and this is only possible in my channel because Maker Fire Shop is believing in my work. Time to open the box. I don't have words to describe this model. It's simply amazing. And in the box with the model they send the user and spare parts manual. And inside this box I think they send the transmitter, and is a 4-channel transmitter, a bag with softer springs, and another bag with a USB charger for the battery, a screwdriver, a wrench for the wheels, and Allen keys. The first thing I notice is that the suspension works very good. One of the things that MJX need to improve is the tires, because these ones are more made of plastic than rubber. But even in Traxxas or Axial, the stock tire sucks. And this is an easy problem to fix, because in this model we have 12mm axis and 1.9 inches bedlock rims. You only need to buy new tires. And to power up the transmitter, you will need 2 AA batteries. Time to see the electronics, and for that I only need to pop the body up. The body is secured to the chassis with these 2 magnets. 20 kilos full metal gear servo for the direction, 3500 kVs brushless motor, this is the gearbox, and this is the 45 amps ESC. And inside this box is the receiver. This way they make it waterproof. The battery that comes with is a 2S LiPo with 2000 milliamps with T-plug. The shocks are aluminum oil-filled shocks, portal axles for more clearance to the ground, and underneath we can see the metal shafts and the metal steering links. Finally, time to turn on the model. Transmitter on, and now turn on the model in this button, and let's try the direction. Nice, very nice, good steering angle, and fast enough for a crawler. Let's try the throttle. Super smooth throttle with this brushless system. Very, very nice. Very slow modulation. Backwards. In the channel number 3 in the transmitter, you can switch the mode lights. In the front we have all these lights, on the back we have backlights and reverse lights. Time for the best part, let's go for a trail run. In super smooth crawling mode. And my conclusion on this one is that it's very, very beautiful. There is no doubt of that. Performs really well, but I need to upgrade for a better tires. If you want to see that video, leave your comments down below on the description box. And it's everything for now. Thanks for watching and see you soon!